अस्सलाम वालेकुम ऑल। दिस इज़ ज़िया। आज का होस्ट मैं और हमारे साथ पाकिस्तान अंडर 19 के कैप्टन, फॉर्मर कैप्टन, जो पाकिस्तान अंडर 19 के साथ डोमेस्टिक लेवल पे काफ़ी अच्छे क्रिकेट खेल चुका है। तो हमारे साथ आज स्टूडियो पे है अजीम अजीम गुमन। वेलकम अजीम टू जैमिंग एंटरटेनमेंट।
Thank you, Zia bhai. Thank you very much.
So, Azim bhai, first of all, tell us something about yourself. Introduce yourself. As I said, you played for Pakistan under 19. You were the captain of Pakistan under 19. So, tell us, Azim bhai, what are you doing these days?
Zia bhai, cannot hear you.
You cannot hear me?
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yes, brother.
Yeah. So I said, tell us what are you doing these days? What are your plans?
Okay, brother. Since you know, but I should tell all the viewers now. Currently, I'm in UK playing club cricket. I'm playing for Bankford Cricket Club at it's in Yorkshire, and it comes under Bradford Cricket League. So yeah, at the moment enjoying here and trying to do whatever we can do for better for the team.
Yeah, that's good. So you are the captain of Pakistan under 19. Tell us more about that tournament, that series. I think you were in the World Cup, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's a long journey and old memory, of course. Uh, I always give credit to the head coach Ijaz Ahmed for that because when we selected the team, probably out of 8 batsmen, 7 were the openers, and we were very unsure that who's going to bat at what number. So it makes very hard for the team. But thanks to Ijaz Ahmed, I mean, we did a special 17 days camp before the World Cup, extra 17 days camp, and in that. He emphasized more. He selected 3 or 4 batsmen, in which I was also there, and he emphasizes more on the spinners and made us play the new shots like sweep
Mhm.
and paddle sweep and all those kind of things. So that really worked hard. And let me remind you that when we were going off for World Cup, New Zealand, uh, especially the Pakistani media and all that, they were not rating us nowhere near it because in the past Pakistan under 19 teams have always did well. They won the 2 World Cups, and after that, in 2008, it was the most strongest team ever. And our team, according to the paper wise, wasn't that strong. So I always give credit to Ijaz Ahmed the way uh, he boosted the guys. He worked really hard with them, and especially I still remember his words. His words was always like, "Win is always for the players, and when you lose, it's up to the coach." So that's a big statement. It's not so easy giving such statement when you are at international arena, whatsoever, wherever. So yeah, I mean, it's a long journey, and probably lots of greats have been produced with that team. Babar is one of the premier example. I mean, he's the captain of Pakistan now. Hamad Azam was there. Ahmed Shahzad was there. Raza Hassan was there. So quite a few bit have played for Pakistan. Unfortunately, quite haven't. But you never know. They most of them are still playing domestic cricket, and the way now domestic has shaped up, probably you never know who gets the chance next. But yeah, I mean, couldn't have asked for a better team than that. They were very respectful and very hardworking team, and probably we got the result which um, most of us didn't, you know, expected that at first. But yeah, I mean, in the end, if you see, we were in the finals, and we were the only team in the past 5 or 6 World Cup happened who beat India. So that's a big record for us.
So, as you said, I was gonna ask. My next question was like, you had like few guys, who are in the national team now, like Babar Azam, Ahmed Shahzad. How did they
Hmm.
do in the World Cup under 19? Like, as a captain, like, what are your thoughts on like their ability? Like, how well they
Well,
did in that tournament?
well, of course, there was never a question mark on their ability. Babar, I still remember, Babar didn't even played uh, under 19 regions or anything before his first tour to Zimbabwe. But after that, he didn't perform well in Zimbabwe. But then there was under 19 region, which he was playing for the first time, and he scored a lot of runs. And he got considered again for the tour of Sri Lanka and scored 2 centuries over there. And then on to the World Cup. Of course, World Cup we were playing in New Zealand, so you don't expect more higher scores over there in those conditions and in that weather, especially. Uh, so yeah, I mean, we didn't as a batsman. Not everyone scored runs except Hamad Azam was the only one who scored a lot of runs. But yeah, Babar did well. While Ahmed that time, of course, there is no question about his ability and his as a player, but he didn't perform that well. And we all were just like, all right, we were just fulfilling the spots. But the main thing was thereby that we played as a team, and that is the reason why we were there in the finals. So which matters the most?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Makes sense. So you played for the under 19, you played in Pakistan domestic. You got a lot of experience, you have a lot of runs on the board. How is it playing for a county cricket club? Is it how different it is for you? What are your experience?
Zebai, of course, I think so. It makes you more mature player. And I'm playing here in UK for the different clubs and different places, different cities for past like now 11 years now.
Oh,
So probably except Wales, I've played everywhere in England. So as a player, it matures you because over here, the club cricket, there is all the burden on you in a way that you are the only one who has to perform. Whether you do good or you do bad, most of the things relies on you because you are the one who's not just their player, you are the coach also of the team and everything. So of course it helps you when you go back to Pakistan. Of course, that gives you a confidence in a way that yes, I can win the matches. I'm not here just to score my 20, 30, 40s or 50s whatsoever, but I'm the one who can win the games for the team. So it's a great experience, and probably lots and lots of cricketers do that nowadays from Pakistan.
so Azim, can you tell us what are your future plans for PSL, domestic, international cricket?
Zia bhai, I have of course captain Pakistan 19, but I have also captain Pakistan A, Pakistan under
Mhm.
23s.
Yeah.
So I have played a lot of cricket, as an emerging player and all that, and I've been continuing playing domestic cricket. Uh, I still think so that my fitness level is very up to the mark. Actually, it's higher than up to the mark, honestly speaking. So because I
Yeah.
worked really hard on that, and plus for the past 2 3 years, the fitness trend in Pakistan has come in a big time. So one has to be fit, which I think so. I fulfilled that question mark. But except that, I think so. Any one good season, one good performance can take me back to the top, and that's what the player should fight for. I mean, if you ask me, the reason why I play domestic cricket is to represent Pakistan. The day I think that I couldn't represent Pakistan, probably I won't play domestic cricket anymore. But I still think there is a lot of cricket in me, at least good 10 years cricket left in me. So, and plus, people used to say this in the past, which I do agree now because I'm turning there. So, yeah, with the age and maturity, you became a better batsman and all that. That's a fact. That's a fact.
Well, for the past few years, I've been seeing in you in domestic cricket, you've been scoring. It's just unfortunate that the selector, like they haven't got to that point to notice your name. But we hope, that soon you will be at that level, and hope you will be representing Pakistan international team or NPSL. So my
Inshallah.
next question is like, yeah, how you keep up with your fitness level? What do you do?
Thereby, this also comes, I believe, I mean, I may be wrong, but this also comes naturally also. I mean, when I was young, I still remember, Pakistan very well. This is not
Mm,
a familiar thing, but I used to always have a cycle and all that. Love to cycle around everything. That was just my, childhood things. But yeah, with the fitness thing, I do work a lot on my fitness. I do a lot of gym and a lot of cardio and all that. So that's what one has to do to just, keep maintain that, or to arise it, because nowadays nothing is easy. You have to
Yeah.
pass the yo-yo test, you have to pass the 1 kilometer test, and then probably all the gym weights, you have to clear it. So
Hmm.
one has to play it, so he has to clear that.
That's true. Yeah, makes sense. Yeah. So tell us, Hazim bhai, who is your favorite player in Pakistan team, and who is your favorite player in at international level?
Pakistan team, I'll say Babar Azam.
Hmm. Is there any
I mean,
specific reason that you picked Babar Azam?
no, the reason why I picked him, because I don't know about others, but I saw the talent when he was very young. I still remember when we were in Zimbabwe and he used to play his cover drives and all that, and I used to go to him and I said, "How do you play that?" And he was so shy. He said, "Like, I can't tell you, you are my senior." I said, "No," and seriously, he was so incredibly talented, even at that age. One day, I remember I was having a word with him. He was 16 or 17 years old. And I asked him, "Do you play club cricket on that all that?" And he started to laugh. He said, "Azima, I might have got more than 100 hundreds in club cricket." And I was like, he's just 16, 17 years old and he's talking that. And probably the world knows now that whatever he said was probably right. I mean, he's at the moment, he's in that kind of a plane where probably I don't think so anyone has ever reached in Pakistan.
Mm. So tell us, who is the one bowler that you played against that bowler and you struggle, that you thought that he's the best bowler, like.
Zebai, I mean, struggle is not necessary to judge a good bowler. uh, you sometimes you don't have a good form and you can struggle against anyone. But one
Mhm.
bowler which I think so that who was great bowler and who was the best ever produced in the era where I played. I mean, except Wasim and Wakar, I've played everyone. But I'll say Asif was something which was different. Mohammad Asif.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I have heard a lot about Mohammad Asif. A lot of batsmen that talk about him, especially like Pakistani
I mean, I
batsmen.
used to
They're
do
like,
a simple thing against Asif Bhai when I used to play. He never got me out. But what I
hmm,
used to do is I only had one plan, and that was no shot to be played against him. Just try to
yeah,
defend.
yeah,
so so that's how good he was. So that's true. That's very true. With the new ball especially, um, he can bowl at the right area all the time. And I've
mm,
had a camps with him and all that. And he was such a incredible person. He was so good with his art that even if you are standing at the mid off, he will tell you even ball before that where he's going to pitch the ball and what's the ball going to do. So he was incredible.
wow. Hmm. So tell us about your under 19 World Cup experience, like the semi-final and the final.
Well, quarter final was against India, so one cannot forget that. And it was a rainy day, and probably lots of people and commentators and all were saying that maybe there won't be any match, but it happened. 22 overs games happened there. Um and it was amazing. I mean, the crowd and all that. I still remember one side, all the Indians, other side, all the Pakistanis, especially in Christchurch, New Zealand. You don't expect that,
Yeah,
but there was lots and lots and supporting. I mean, that was incredible experience. But then against semi-final against West Indies, we were nearly down and out. We were nearly
hmm,
down and out that time, and probably looks like we lost early 3 wickets chasing 200 something. But then Hamad Azam played a terrific 95 or 97 not out something, and we won the game. And when we went to the finals, probably uh, we got we according to the plan we got them out early again 200, and uh, while chasing we were just 95 for one. I still remember, and
yeah,
things were looking all right that we are going to chase it easily and all that. But you just you just give your 100%. Things doesn't come the way you always think. All of a sudden there was, I still remember, thunderstorm, and the backbone of our team, there were three people who were scoring consistently. That was Ramiz Aziz, Hamad Azam, and Mohammad Wakas. And I was staying on the other end. All of a sudden those three players got out in 2 overs.
yeah.
So we just lost the plot that time. So
Mm-hmm.
otherwise, beside that, I mean, we still remember that when we lost the final, lots of couple of guys. I mean, they got the runner-up trophy, and of course, but one or two did even throw that because everyone wanted to win the cup. That is what they. And I still remember even someone like Ahmed Shahzad. Most of the guys were even crying after losing the World Cup, and I still remember the flight when we were coming back. It was never-ending flight. We were so
Mm-hmm.
sad to lose the World Cup and all that. But yeah, I mean, in total, if I say it's a great memory. I mean,
Mm-hmm. Well, Azim bhai, I have seen your batting, not live, but I mean live, but not like personally. You got the talent. What is your one shot that's your favorite shot that you want to play? Just like you're waiting for that shot that the ball has to come and I'm gonna
every
play.
everyone knows that in Pakistan, if you ask mostly any cricketer, they will tell you anyways. It's a cut shot. They know it's a first ball or last ball. He's never gonna miss on that. He's gonna try that.
Yeah, for
That's a
sure.
cut
Yeah.
shot.
So, Azim bhai, where do you see yourself in the national team?
Zeba, as I just said, I mean, things have opened up. Like recently, if you would have seen the guys who perform well in the domestic circuit, they are getting chances. So
Yeah.
this is one kind of a booster for anyone like me or anyone who's playing the domestic cricket. So probably uh, any one good season, probably this year, inshallah, and you are
Mhm.
back onto the track. I mean, as an opener, the slots as an opener of Pakistan team, especially in the Test cricket, is always open, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, one should always try for that. And one good season, maybe 400-500s, and you are there.
Mm-hmm. Well, as you said, like domestic cricket, like the selector they are watching at the
Mm,
domestic tournaments, and they want to give chance to those, who are performing at the domestic level. And you are
mm.
one of the guy, who is performing, and we are waiting for that day, to see your name in the national team, and we are hoping that day is gonna come soon. So my next question is, Azim bhai, since T20 World Cup is coming, who you think have the better chance to win this time?
Well, from the heart and all that, I have, of course, it's gonna be Pakistan. But as a cricketer, if in real terms you ask me, I think so. I mean, the T20 is very hard to predict. Honestly, it's very very hard to predict. But I see England as a very 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 good team at the moment for T20s. England is a very good
Mhm.
team, and they have a good chance.
Yeah, yeah. So who is your favorite T20 player? It can be a bowler or
T20.
batsman, or you can say both.
I mean, I'll, there are so many nowadays. Yeah, right? T20 is totally different. I mean, I don't consider like whether it's a T20 player or I like a player or anyone like. I've always believed like Babar. I mean, he plays three formats completely. There is Virat Kohli. We see him. He's a complete player for all three formats. AB de Villiers was there. So there are many. But if you are asking me all time favorite and all that, so I must tell you my favorite was Ricky Ponting.
Mm-hmm. So if you have to choose among one player from Abby de Villiers or Chris Gill, who you gonna choose?
AB any
And
day.
if you have to choose from Virat Kohli or Babar Azam, who you gonna choose?
Babar. And I'm
Gotcha.
being honest on this.
Mhm.
I chose this very long ago. People knowing now.
Well, yeah, I have seen a lot of people, that compare Virat Kohli and Babar Azam.
Mm,
And they're both like, there is no doubt they're both very
World
exceptional
class. No
players.
doubt.
They
Yeah.
got the talents. And we see a lot of like good innings from them and many more to
Yeah.
come. So there is no doubt
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
that.
Inshallah.
So Azim bhai, apart from cricket, I'm just gonna ask you a question. Like, if you have to live for the rest of your life apart from Pakistan, which place you gonna choose?
Ah, very tricky. You don't want me to go back Pakistan, huh, Zia bhai?
No, that's why I said it's not gonna be Pakistan, so you have to choose another place.
Mm. I'll choose USA then.
You're gonna choose USA. And tell me that what is the one food that if you have to eat for the rest of your life and you will be happy to eat that all day long? What's that food?
You laugh. You laugh. Many have laughed already. You laugh. My favorite food is bindi.
Mindy. Wow.
I can eat that every day, anytime.
So Azim bhai, in the end, thank you so much for your time. I know you're busy at the county cricket. You just played cricket and you came straight for this interview. In the end, what is your message for all the cricket players or for all your fans? What do you want to say to them, like in few words?
Well, I mean, with the cricket players, of course, it's the same thing. I mean, keep working hard, and it goes for me also, and for all the other players all around the world. But for the fans, of course, I would like to request them to pray for me and wish me good luck and keep praying for me.
Hmm. Well, thank you so much, Azim bhai, for your time. We hope that we want to see your name in the national team. We want you to represent Pakistan. We want you to be in the PSL team. You got your talent. There's no doubt on that. You have the fitness level. It's just that we are waiting for the right time that the selectors see that, and you get selected for the national team. So we wish you best of luck. Again, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you, Bhai. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Azim bhai.